Merry meet and blessed be. I'm Iden Odinson. And welcome to what I call the Sabbath School class, even though it's more often than Sabbaths. Today, I'm going to talk about something that's going to get some people in certain traditions perhaps a bit upset. Well, that's their business. Apart or together. And by that I mean I'm going to be talking about the necessity, or lack thereof, or whatever is in between, for what people refer to as corporate worship. In other words, the need to come together for anything to happen. Whether you're talking about getting your prayers answered, or getting your ticket punched so that you can go to the good place when your time in this life is over. I've heard it expressed both ways, especially by those who really push the idea of corporate worship. Now, I'm not against corporate worship. Please understand. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remind you of something. If you've watched Mass for the Shutout or heard any of my rituals on Secrets in Plain Sight, remember this. And I believe in the gathering of people of like mind and the power and energy they raise when gathered for like purpose. Yeah. And that's part of what Mass for the Shutout is. To bring all of you together. You and your friends and anybody else that wants to come along. And when I do a ritual on the Secrets in Plain Sight, which isn't as often as it used to be, but I'm reevaluating that too. Yeah, that's the purpose. And our physical coven, that's what we do it there for. And I'll have to admit that there are cynics in this world. I'm perhaps one of them. People have a tendency to talk about me and my occasional zinger and one-liner. And I could easily say that one of the reasons why so many push the idea of corporate worship is that when people come together, that's when you can pass the plate and collect the money. Well, the fact is, clergy have to eat. And if this is what they do, then, well, clergy and their families have to eat. There's a part of me that also says the laborer is worthy of his hire, or her. But on the other hand, what is this we're doing for? What is this thing that we are supposed to do? It isn't provide jobs and incomes. It's to help each other get closer to the divine now, isn't it? And so, we put it in balance. I've seen some Christian churches especially. I can't just say Christian churches, especially Christian churches, okay? Especially of the more Protestant, and I would say of the more radical, that have something every day for somebody to come to. And if you want to get involved, that's something to consider. But what about your own personal prayer life? What about your own personal relationship with the divine? You're not going to get it in a meeting house packed with a couple hundred other people. Or 12. if you're talking about these coven-sized home groups that some churches have. No. You're not even going to get it in family worship, where mom, dad, and the kids all come together for prayer. No. Where the rubber meets the road, it's the best analogy I can use, is individual. You and the divine. That's where it happens. That's where you and the divine get to meet each other, get to know each other. And so, yeah, that's the biggie point. That's what I'm driving at here. If corporate worship didn't serve a legitimate purpose, Temple of Gaia would have no physical coven. And this, the virtual mission cathedral, or chapel, as you wish, of the Archangel Uriel, would not exist. And I wouldn't be bringing you to here by way of cyberspace so that you could join with all these other people that are coming here. No. I wouldn't be doing that if it weren't for a decent purpose, if it didn't accomplish something. We did some great stuff for Lady Stormy recently. Thanks to that. And more is going on right now that I won't go into the details about, but yeah, we did. And we're doing. And you know what? It's wonderful. But never lose sight of the fact that first, foremost, and above all, you and the divine need a relationship together. And that's something that you accomplish. I might be able to help you, but where the real work gets done is where I'm not around to interfere. It's when you and the divine get together on your own, by yourselves. That's when it really happens. I mightn't. Blessed be. Uriel's Gifts and the Secrets in Plain Sight are sponsored by the Temple of Gaia. At Temple of Gaia, we don't train you to our path. We show you how to find and pursue your own path. Above all, we tried to provide a great place to come together and to share. We're located in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, and wherever cyberspace can be reached. To learn more, visit our website at templeofgaiainc.org or our meeting place in cyberspace at templeofgaia.ning.com. Thank you for coming. Feel free to return at any time. We intend to always have something for you here. Blessed be. This has been a presentation of the Wise Ones Net. Merry part and blessed be.